musicians like Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters selling their soul for fame? Well, I don't think that's exactly what's going on, but I think it's close. First, before we get fully into it, I need to talk to you about Lucifer if you don't know his story. Lucifer was created by God, and he was one of God's strongest angels, one of his most amazing angels. But he was envious of God. He didn't want to worship God, he wanted to be like God. So God kicked him out of heaven and banished him down to the earth. And Lucifer was so strong and so powerful and so convincing that he convinced a third of God's angels to come down with him. So what does all this have to do with musicians? Well, I think the fallen angels are here. I really do. They were banished to earth, and they're still dwelling here. And all they want is to be worshipped. I think they're the gods of old, the ones of ancient Egypt, the Greek mythology. I think those were the fallen angels. And now, in this day and age, who do we worship most? Celebrities, musicians. And God created us all, the angels included, with free will. So what do people like Dave Grohl have to do if they want to reach fame? Well, I think they have to make room in their body, in their soul, for those fallen angels to inhabit their body. And this isn't me just trying to think outside the box and be crazy, but I think there's some actual evidence based on what some of these musicians have been recorded saying in the past. Listen. This is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It'll be hard for me and you to talk about theory since neither of us know a damn thing about it.
Right, which is why it's good that I should be interviewing you on this occasion.
Yeah, but see, we know about a lot more other cosmic things that are floating around in the universe and in this very room today, things that are circling around that hopefully we'll be able to be vehicles for these things and let them come pouring through our nostrils today.
Let's see what uber-famous singer-songwriter Bob Dylan has to say.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
You see, I used to think that them talking like that was just to be cool and kind of dark and mysterious. But I don't think that anymore. The more I've woken up to how big of a spiritual place we live in, the more I think that there are fallen angels that inhabit these guys' bodies. And not only that, but they sing about it. Run and tell all the angels this one could take all night. Think I need a devil to help me get things right. Hook me up a new revolution, cause this one is a lie. We sat around laughing and watched the last one die. This part here reminds me of how people are talking about resets, and there's different civilizations that have come and gone and looking to the sky to save me, looking to God, hoping that he will take them back in, looking for a sign of life, but God isn't letting them back in, and looking because I'm tired of lying. I think the tired of lying is because they're living in a body that is not their heavenly bodies. They're inhabiting humans and trying to get all humanity to worship them. Here are some more lyrics from Motley Crue talking about the fallen angels and their father who ain't in heaven. I wonder who they could mean. I also just wanted to point out a few things. This is a Foo Fighters cover. This looks an awful lot like a serpent's eye to me, and serpent is always referenced with Satan. On top of, obviously, a snake coiling around the plane. Clear reference to Satan. This is the Foo Fighters logo, and what's it look like to you? Yeah, I see F's, but I also see backward sevens, and 7 is often associated with God, and they love to pervert everything God creates. Not only that, flip those F's upside down, and looks like 2 6s to me, and we know the number of the beast, 666. There is a huge part of me that thinks that all the manipulation in the world, all the lies, all the deceit, at the heart of it, it's not the Rockefellers or the Rothschilds or BlackRock. It's the fallen angels. And I think they've been here for thousands of years deceiving humanity. I think they were the gods of old, the Greek gods of old, the Egyptian gods, and I think they've gotten smarter. I think they have decided to blend in so that the people we worship, the comedians, the actors, the musicians, they're them. They've decided to blend in and have us worship them in a way that we don't realize they're any different than us. And maybe that's what the resets are. Maybe they're when humanity figures out that the fallen angels are behind everything, and then the fallen angels, then you gotta start over. I don't really know if I believe in the resets though. I think the biggest part of me thinks the resets and the mud flood and things like that are actually the remnants of them trying to hide the millennial reign and tribulation. Obviously, you can think what you want in all this, but what I will say is beware of the snake, because you never know when there could be a wolf in sheep's clothing. As the Bible says in Hebrews 13:2, be aware of showing hospitality to strangers, because some of those strangers might be hosting angels. And of course, all of this talk about fallen angels inhabiting humans and musicians worshiping Satan and the devil and Lucifer, it's all for entertainment purposes. I'm not even serious whatsoever.